COVID has forced many of us to put off or reschedule so many things. For many, that means their wedding. Some couples are now finding themselves in dire financial straits as they try to cancel their plans for their big day. In tonight's special report, Brittany Garzillo takes a closer look at the fine print that could empty your wallet.
In May 2018, Ricky Passy popped the question to his then-girlfriend Rosa Perez. They were in Paris in front of the Eiffel Tower.
So I was completely shocked. I had no idea he did such a good job.
When the happy couple returned home, they spent several months looking for the right place to have their wedding and reception. In January 2019, Ricky and Rosa signed a contract to tie the knot at Biagio Events on the city's northwest side on October 3rd, 2020. By September 2019, they had paid in full their $11,000 plus wedding.
So as time went on, as COVID struck, we asked Biagio about what's going to happen. They came back and kind of said what Illinois' guidelines were, and that they were not able to have anybody in our room that was over 50 people.
At the end of July 2020, they signed a new contract with Biagio to move their wedding date to March 6, 2021. By November, the former U.S. Marine and his bride-to-be were concerned COVID would keep them from having the wedding of their dreams once again, as Illinois rolled back to Phase 3 restrictions. Shortly after that, Ricky contacted Biagio about canceling their wedding.
They were adamantly opposed to it. They referenced the force majeure clause that they have in the contract.
A force majeure clause would allow one or both parties to contract to cancel the contract if they were unable to perform for certain designated reasons. Typically, it's things like acts of God.
Junella Slujeski is an attorney specializing in small business issues. She says force majeure clauses often cover things like riots, lockouts, and yes, even a pandemic. Slujeski also says this type of clause has been around for years and didn't get a lot of attention until now.
There are a lot of couples suffering right now because of the pandemic that they've had their events either canceled or postponed, or the venue attempts to restructure it in such a way that they just don't want that. They just want out.
Ricky says Biagio did offer different options on how their wedding and reception could be set up to follow current COVID guidelines, but it wouldn't look like the wedding he and Rosa envisioned. As for rescheduling their wedding again, Ricky and Rosa say it wasn't possible to line up the new dates from the venue with their photographer, videographer, and other wedding vendors.
In Ricky's case, the contract does contain a clause that benefits the venue. It allows the venue to cancel, but it's not mutual, so it doesn't necessarily allow Ricky's side to cancel the deal.
Slujeski adds every clause is different and every state interprets force majeure clauses differently. When their second wedding date had passed, Ricky contacted them again asking for their money back, but adding they could keep 10%. They say the last time they heard from the venue was on March 11th in an email stating they stand by the contract Ricky and Rosa signed. They also stated the couple has three options: schedule a new wedding date, use the money for Biagio catering, or receive $11,000 in gift cards to use at the venue's other locations.
If they hadn't paid in full, they would have much more bargaining power, much more leverage with the business.
Consumer advocates also suggest trying to negotiate how the force majeure clause is written before signing the contract. They also say the next step for Ricky and Rosa is to either try and reschedule their wedding again and ask the venue for some extra added concessions, or contact the Illinois Attorney General Office's Consumer Division.
We did reach out to Biagio Events for a response, but they did not return our calls or emails. As for Ricky and Rosa, they said that they paid the wedding venue in full before the wedding date because they were saving up for a house. The couple did get married at the Lake County Courthouse last year, but are still working on having the wedding they originally planned. Brittany Garzillo, Fox 32 News.